Good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, it does not work without you guys. So let's get open for business here and let's wake up the football guys on this Saturday, October 10th. Wow, we're middle October already. Hard to believe. We are here at week number 5. And thus far, this season has been abysmal. We're 1-3. We've lost both of our tackles. We've lost players left and right. Our defense can't hold water. And I'm gonna play this clip. This is how you know we're at rock bottom.
So you think the Cowboys have been bad the first 4 weeks of the season? Well, guess what? The truth is, they've been much, much worse than you realize. Let me count the ways. They have run the most plays of any team in the league and somehow managed to lead for the fewest. I'm talking total, not percentage. They've run 307 plays. They've been in the lead for 7 of them. And that is because their defense is a joke. They allow opposing quarterbacks a passer rating of 114.3. For context, Patrick Mahomes' career passer rating is 5 points lower than that. Against Dallas, every quarterback is greater than the greatest to ever play. But you knew that. What you didn't know is that the offense is just as much a part of the problem. In the first halves of games, they have scored on just 9 of 25 drives, and they've turned the ball over 6 times. In the first halves of 4 games this year, the Cowboys have been outscored 38-0 off turnovers. In total, they've been outscored by 43 points in the first halves. Only the Jets and Washington have been worse. Also, despite having Zeke Elliott and a super expensive offensive line, they're 31st out of 32 teams in time of possession. And while Dak Prescott has compiled huge numbers, too much of that has been meaningless. 45% of his yards have come with his team losing by double digits. The Cowboys have 2 things going for them: an onside kick that gave them their only win, and a division where the rest of the teams are a combined 2-9-1. So everything in the world is still in front of them. But there's no getting around this. For the first month of the 2020 season, Dallas has been the most underachieving disappointment in the NFL. Those are the numbers. Let me bring in the conversation. Look who's here. Keyshawn.
Okay, we can stop right there. We can stop right there. Wow. He put it in a nutshell. What he basically said, let me summarize it. Let me give you the cliff notes. The Cowboys stink. No other way to put it. Yet, as bad as we were, and some of those things are kind of like, because you could look through and say, well, some Pat Mahomes yardage has been meaningless because, they've been 2 scores down and come back to win. Just saying. If you talk about being down to Atlanta 2 scores and they come back to win, were those yards meaningless? But regardless, that's not the point of this video. The point is, as bad as the Cowboys have played, I just think about this. I want you to think about this. As bad as the Cowboys have played, they still had a chance to win in these games. That's the crazy thing about it. What at least that says is you are doing so many things wrong. You're not stopping the run. You're getting penalized like crazy. You're not winning the time of possession. You're turning over the ball more than the opposition. You're not running the ball much, even though you got a great running back. You have all of these things that are negatives that are happening to your team, but you're still in the games. That at least tells you, oh, I was cleaning the desk here. That at least tells you that you're really not that far off. That maybe if you run the ball a little bit more and give your defense some rest, that maybe they'll perform better. Maybe if you have less penalties that are drive killers or first down givers to other teams, then maybe you'll get more first downs and the other teams will get less. Maybe if your players get a little more effort, just a little bit on any of these or all of these categories, The difference may end up becoming wins. You follow me? It's one thing if you don't have a quarterback who can get the ball to receivers. Okay? You don't have too much of a chance right there. That's where you know you don't have physically the players that are able to win in the NFL. Your cupboard is bare. But we've shown that we can score points. We've shown we can move the football. We've shown that we can run the football. But we've also shown that we can turn over the football. We've also shown that we can get penalties and being one of the most penalized teams in the NFL. And we've shown, even though we've had flashes of good defenses, that we're just a little bit off. If you look at, say, Diggs is in the right position on most passes. And it's literally, fingertips away from tipping the ball or knocking the ball out or getting an interception. Football is a game of inches. It's the small details that become the difference between winning and losing. And all those inches that we need are right there. We just have to be aware how to get them. Now, today, October 10th, what we're hearing from our receivers is that there's a little more bounce in the step of our defensive players. That our defensive players aren't just rolling over like a dog in practice.
We talking about practice, not a game, not the game that I go out there and die for and play every game like it's my last. Not the game. We talking about practice, man. I mean, how silly is that?
Yeah, I'm talking about practice. I'm talking about practice. That they're a little more aggressive in practice, that they've woken up, that they're doing a little more hitting, that these guys literally got their teeth kicked in last week by the Cleveland Browns, and that teeth kicking in continued from us fans, basically calling them soft, including their own. D-Law, we played soft. And there's nothing worse for a defensive player to hear is, you're playing soft. You're soft. Maybe this will be time for the Dallas Cowboys to get up off the mat. For that defense to start saying, you know what, I understand, I'm still lost in the scheme, but I can jack somebody up. That I know we're better than what we put out on film thus far. Michael Irvin's talked trash about us. Michael Vick's talked trash about us. Hell, all you fans out there have talked about us. Let's show them that we're not a bunch of a big pile of, And maybe these guys will show up. Everybody has given up on the Dallas Cowboys. I have, and I'm not going to. And for me, after all of the years that I have watched the Dallas Cowboys, I was born in 1965. I remember every one of the Super Bowls. Now, that first one against the Colts, okay, I was only 4. I don't remember the plays. I remember how dejected my dad was when they lost. But I remember. I remember. I remember them beating the Dolphins. I have seen the highs and the lows. I've seen the Dallas Cowboys being world champions, seeing them being disappointed by the Pittsburgh Steelers. I've seen them get old and the football train leave the station with them behind in the waning years of Tom Landry. I've seen the rebirth with Jimmy Johnson and, of course, that abysmal 1-15 season. I've seen us back to the mountaintop and just slowly disintegrate again and just be stuck in mediocrity. I've seen it all. And today, I got one thing. My wife said to me this morning, because today is my 55 birthday. 55. God, I'm old. 50 freaking 5. That's hard to take. I got one wish because she said, "What do you want for your birthday?" I said, "Honey, I got you. I don't need nothing else for my birthday." She said, "Okay, yeah, you're good with that stuff. You're real good with smoothing that shit out." And I was like, she's like, "Seriously, what do you want for your birthday?" I said, "You know what I want, honey? If I can honestly say, what do I want? I want to see my Dallas Cowboys tomorrow get up off the mat, punch somebody in the throat, and enforce their will on somebody else. I want to see this team, regardless of what people say about them, gather themselves and say, we will not accept losing anymore. We are going to hold ourselves responsible. We are going to fix this shit. We are going to make liars out of all of those people that have said everything that they said, that we are gutless, that we suck, that we're overachieving, and a disappointment. That's what I want for my birthday. That they fix this shit. That's it. That's all. That's all I want. They do that, we're good. Because I've been waiting too long for them to get their shit together. I have supported too hard. I have given maximum effort every single day for my Dallas Cowboys. And I'm going to continue. But for my birthday, I want to see the real Dallas Cowboys annihilate the New York Giants. I appreciate all of you guys out there. We got a hurricane, Delta, that's gone through and has Lake Charles in its sights again. I know there's over 300,000 people without power that were already still, some of them not able to get back home from before. I pray for all the people in Lake Charles. I pray for all of us that better days are ahead. And if you can do something to help somebody else, a stranger, please help your fellow man. That's the other thing that I want for my birthday. That we start treating each other as people. I'm Mark Holmes, and I thank you in advance for the birthday wishes. And I'm blessed to still be here. And I'll see you soon.